Hey everyone, this is Big Noah um, with a video today showing how I made money for MageBlood. A lot of this stuff I've been doing live on my Twitch at twitch.tv/Big Noah, spelt with a 0 instead of an O. And today we're just going to go through how I made money for my MageBlood and my insanely strong 8-link gloves. So, quick look at the tree. We're getting all of the essence nodes, all of the altars, right? I'm doing red influence, which is why this one's more full. But if you didn't know, both of the bottom ones, Wrath of the Cosmos and Eldritch Gaze, they both work regardless of which influence you're doing. The top ones and all these little ones in the middle only work for the specific side. Then we're coming up and getting the boss, or sorry, the other altar node here. I'm getting the 10% boss only because it's only 3 points, and I couldn't think of what to get for 3 points besides like 3% quant, which I think this is better than 3% quant. We're getting all the expedition nodes, right? Getting all the harvest nodes. And then we're actually getting these 3 nodes here for lab trials. Lab trial keys, especially Gift of the Goddess, they just go up in price as it gets later in the league because more people are min-maxing, right? There's only like 11 people playing the league right now, so if you're one of those 11, I think it's worth it. It's 3 points, and point for point, I don't think there's anything that's more profitable for 3-point investment. Then we're doing singular focus for map sustain. We're getting the rest of the map sustain nodes here, and here, and here. And then finally, we're doing stream of consciousness, right? So we're not juicing our maps. We're not putting any fragments. This is just alch and go as fast as humanly possible. And what I really like about the shaping the skies and the mountains is the 10% chance on completing maps to gain a free use of random map crafting option. So I'm just going to show you what that does quickly. So like here, I have 2 crafts of improved lab trials, which is what that does. It gives you like the better lab keys, right? I have, 18 Val side areas, 13 monstrous treasure, 13 corrupting tempest. As you can see, I really don't do anything. 25 ambush, 16 heist, right? This I actually haven't even used the free one yet, but I probably have like 30 or 40 of these. 28 expeditions. I still haven't used the Legion one, but I have a lot of those saved up. So as you can see, this really does add up, especially if you map as much as I do. You can tell I need to start going through these missions. I'm going to start doing that as well. So yeah, I'm just going to go quickly and talk about, after we saw the tree, which I'll put a link to this tree in the description. Let's go through it and talk about how exactly we made this money. So the bulk of our currency comes from essences. As you can see, I have quite a bit here. I'm actually going to be bulk selling these this Saturday, the 8th, over on my Twitch, which again is twitch.tv/Big Noah, spelt with a 0. Do not sell these on TFT if you're having the massive amounts of quantity that I have. If you have, I would say between like less than 15 deafenings of each, right? Like no more than 15 to 20. It's okay to sell on TFT, but if you have 100 in almost every spot like I do, don't sell on TFT. I'll go over that in a separate video. This strategy only works if you're going to save up for like 10 to 20 hours worth of farming. I understand people work, but if you work 9 to 5, you come home, you grind for 3 or 4 hours a day, or 2 or 3. Sell on Saturday, right? Grind Monday through Friday, sell on Saturday. That's the best advice I can have. The second big thing of money that we get from this is Eldritch currency. So these are going for almost 3 chaos each in bulk. It says 2.4 here, but you can get 3, right? Like we see all these are 3. So that's like almost 1500 chaos, that alone, which at current ratios is like, I don't know. That's very napkin math, but that's like 6 or 7 divines. These are 1 chaos each, so that's a divine. These are like 1.8 to 2 on bulk, so this is like almost another divine. Life Force, as you can see, I'm kind of low on Life Force, but Life Force is a huge money maker. I recently sold all mine, which is why I don't have much, but Vivid Life Force is 2800 per divine. The red one or purple, whatever color you call this, is like 5,000, like 5,200 per divine. Blue is kind of worthless at like 7,000 per divine. What I use blue life force on is re-rolling my upgraded essences into horrors. The only reason why this works is because Essence of Horror is used to craft Righteous Fire helmets, and Righteous Fire helmet, or Righteous Fire, is very popular this league. If it's not popular next league when you're watching this video, don't do this. And at current prices on October 5th, I don't think it's worth it because these are 14 chaos and these are like 22 chaos each, so it might still be worth it. I think blue life force is hard to sell. So if you have extra blue life force laying around from running harvest, which you should if you're doing a strat, I would just re-roll these all into Essence of Horrors. And when you re-roll these 4, it only can be one of these 4. It's not going to be like one like these up here. And same the other way. If you re-roll these ones, it'll never be these. Okay. So, another thing that we get money from is since we run altars, we very frequently get Eldritch Minions drop map currency items. So sextants are currently, like you see my price here, it's about 50 per divine. So this is almost 6 divines worth of sextants right here, which is really good. Another thing that we get from the strat is logbooks. The Black Scythe mercenaries sell for like 40 to 50 chaos. The druids and circle ones are kind of worthless, or like 10 to 15. Another Black Scythe, and then right here, the Knights of the Sun. I don't know currently what the price is. Okay, so it looks like it's going down because it's later in the league, but earlier in the league they were selling for like 85 chaos each. It was just absurd. It was the most free money I've ever seen. So this is very good. It's still really good. So yeah, I just organize them like this and then sell them on TFT. This I would sell on TFT because it's just really easy. Okay, so after that we have invitations, right? So the Exarch invitations earlier in the league, they sell for more. Right now they're still going for 8.7 divines, or sorry, 8.7 X, and Exalted Orbs are like 20 chaos. 18 chaos, so what's 18 times 8? You know, it's like 150-ish, which is about right. I think that's what I was selling them for before. So it's a little less than a divine. It's like, you know, 0.75 of a divine. These stack up. And then what I use for these, you can sell these for like 10C each, but what I do is I just refund a couple points and get this node here. Eldritch bosses have a 20% chance to drop a Conqueror map, and if you have good single target damage, I kill these bosses in like 10 seconds. And then if you ever want to do bosses, well, now you're sitting on a whole bunch of boss maps, which, like how I am, I'm going to run all these, do all the Maven invitations, and I'll probably put out a video for that too. Another thing that adds up with the altars is scarabs. It's not going to be like a huge source of money, but it's a decent amount. This is probably like, I don't know, 5 to 7 divines. So in the grand scheme of things, it's maybe like 5% of your income, but it does add up. Another thing that adds up is just like bulk miscellaneous currency, like 2k chrome, 1600 fusings. I don't pick up jeweler orbs anymore, but earlier in the league, jeweler orbs, kind of worth it. You know, almost 1,000 scours, you know, 400 regrets. I actually used all my orbs of unmaking to redo my tree to show you guys what I did, because I'm doing a different strat now. Stack decks add up, but that's only because I run tablets. Okay, and then the most important thing for this strat to work, you can do this strat with literally no investment, just alking a map and going. I'm choosing to run a toll because the boss is always in the same spot. There's no guesswork, right? 100% of the time, it's always in the same spot. So I have all of my maps favorited to a toll because of Stream of Consciousness. Or no, sorry, because of Singular Focus, right? And you're probably thinking, well, that's bad because you're not going to sustain. And you're right, but the map I used, like, I used to have 11 atolls favorited, and then I had Mud Geyser favorited, right? So that way you have one map that's not atoll, right? Because with Singular Focus, only maps you have favorited will drop. So it's not enough to sustain, especially earlier in the league when you don't have as many favorite slots, right? When you're missing a couple favorite slots. So, but as you can see, I have so many mud geysers, like literally so many. And actually, I have 2 atolls here that I just saw. Um, so when you have so many mud geysers, like I have so many, I don't need them right now. And I also have some more in here somewhere. I think I have like 12 more, right? Mud geysers. So I just have all atolls favorited right now, just because I over sustained like so much. Um, but ideally, you'd want to have whatever map you like. I like atoll. You want to favorite it, all of them except one, and then the last favorite slot has to be one that is connected to. So Mud Geyser is connected to Atoll, so is Crimson Township, Defiled Cathedral, and Cells. Cells is terrible, don't ever do it. And then so you have to choose between these 3. I like Mud Geyser the most just because I can predictably know where the boss is, and it's kind of like an open map, and it's good for my build, which is Spark. And the final thing that adds a little bit of money, like I told you, these little 3 points here, right, for the improved offering of the goddess. Currently, on October 5th, in today's prices, Get to the Goddesses are going for about 280 chaos, which is like 1.4 divines, right? These guys are going for 50 chaos, and these guys are going for... Oh, actually, they're going up. These guys are going for 69 to 70 chaos, right? So this is actually pretty profitable, and it's just like passive income, right? Like, it's just something you put in, you forget about, and then you only do it. Like, if you run by a lab trial, and it says, contains an improved offering of the goddess, you do it. If it doesn't say that, you don't do it, and you just ignore it. So it's very, very straightforward. So I guess I will run into a map and show you. Oh, I forgot one thing. So, very important for this strat to work. Again, you could do this with no investment, right? If you just want to alch and go, your profits will differ. But if you want to invest, I recommend buying sextants for essences. So currently, I'm using the elevated sextants because I can afford it. So the elevated sextants are going up because more people are starting to realize that this is good. So they're 40 chaos each right now. For 16 uses, that's 2.5 chaos per map, right? 2.5 chaos per map, but you see how many remnants of corruption I have? And these sell for 1 to 1.2 chaos each in bulk, right? So if you get 2 of these a map, it pays for itself already, and everything you get is profit. I'm also doing the 2C per map essence craft, which is, again, it's just free real estate. It's just super free. So with both of those going, I get 5 essence mobs per map, right? When I bought all my sextants before, I bought like 40 of these at once for 20C each, right, which is 800 chaos. And at 20C each for 16 uses, it's a no-brainer. It's 100% worth. Right now they're 40, and I think that's probably like the upper limit of when it stops being worth. I'd have to do the math if it goes up anymore and see how much I'm actually getting. But I still think it's worth doing at 40C each. If you don't want to spend as much money up front, or you don't have as much to invest, you can use the normal sextants, which last for four maps, and those are like 4 to 5C each, which is 1 to 1.25 chaos per map, right? So that is, still very profitable. I highly encourage using at least the normal sextant if you can afford it. But let's go ahead and look at a map. So put the map in. Always make sure you click Essence, right? Now we're going to go do it. I'm playing a self-chill Spark Inquisitor. I will put a build guide out for it at some point, so be on the lookout for that. But what we're going to do is we're just going to run up to the boss first, and the reason why we're running to the boss is when the altars spawn, it will not say like, it will not buff the boss, right? Because we already killed it. A little bit of lag here. Sorry about that. Just gonna do this tablet quickly. I use the swap reflections if I don't have ones with pips as like a free turn. So that's a good little tip for tablets. I think tablets are okay. They're not the greatest, but I've made several divines off them, just like raw divines from the currency chest. It's definitely like a loot goblin game, right? Just like the arch nemesis mobs. But as you can see, we're just running through. I run back the way I come after I kill the boss, just so I know it's like I look at the map, and anywhere I haven't gone, that's how I keep track of it. So we actually have and make sure you're corrupting every single essence mob. Okay, and you might think it's a waste, but if you're using the sextants, which again I think you should do, you're gonna have so many remnants of corruption that it's not gonna matter even if you corrupt every single essence mob. So purple is the second most valuable life force. Obviously, we want to go for the one that has two blue mobs instead of one, so we're just gonna do that one. All right, I'm gonna pop frost shield so I don't take damage. All right, get all this good stuff. Okay. So this one has one blue, this one has no blues. And by blue, I mean like this mob right here, right? So we're going to do that. Okay. 2 and 2, so this one doesn't matter. I guess if you want to be technical, this has 7, 6, and 8, which is what, 21, right? 7, yeah, 21, and this is also 21, so yeah, this doesn't matter. Okay. The hardest part about this is being able to pick up all the currencies. First world problems, right? I have so much currency, it's hard to pick up. Alright, we're just going to keep mapping. Anytime you see an altar from the Eldritch Minions, you're always going to click the Eldritch Minions buff. There is one time, and one time only, in this strategy, where the player buffs are better than the Eldritch Minion buffs, and that's when it says Eldritch Minions have a chance to drop Eldritch Influence rare items, which is absolutely terrible. But the amount of brain power it takes for you to think which one's better, you just always pick Eldritch Minions and then just turn your brain off and farm, right? Which is what people want to do. At least that's what I want to do, right? So I just always pick the Eldritch Minion ones. I don't even look at it because I know 9 out of 10 times, besides that one mod, it's going to be better. And that's good enough for me, where I can use a little less brain power and be a little more efficient. You don't think it adds up? Like the fraction of a second you have to think on which one's better, but it does. Okay. And one tip I can give you guys, if you're running a toll and there's a lot of monsters left and you don't know where they are, if you're one of those people that likes to clear the map as much as possible, sometimes when you go up this way, in like this, this far right corner, which I do towards the end, a lot of monsters will sometimes be up here, because, I don't know, for whatever reason, they spawn, the Eldritch Minions spawn up there sometimes. And yeah, and that's basically a map run. So, do this, and wait until you have like a decent amount of essence before you go to bulk sell them. If you're watching this and it's early in the league, like in whatever league you're watching this in, at this point in the league, we're like 6 weeks into a league right now, by the time this video goes up, it's not worth selling anything that's not deafening, right? Just because we're at the min-max point of the league. But if you're watching this earlier in the league, Essences of Dread, which give +2 level of socketed bow gems, and projectile speed, which are like the two main things that people use this for. I would say they use it more for bows than for the wand. But recently, Jungroan, a very popular streamer, came out with the self-chill build that I'm actually playing. I yoinked his build, and projectile speed is very good on this build. So, but anyway, if it's early in the league, the bow mod +2 level socketed bow gems doesn't change between deafening and shrieking. So don't upgrade shriekings if it's early in a league. And same with greed, right? If it's a body armor, it goes from 110 to 119 to 120 to 126, right? Which is only 10 on the low end and 7 on the high end. So it's not worth it. And then helmets, you see it goes from 90 to 99 to 100 to 106. So it's only +7, right? Or +6. So it's not worth upgrading if it's early in a league. And if melee is somehow good next league, which I doubt, same with this, right? You wouldn't want to upgrade these because the difference in damage is very minimal. But yeah, so wait until you get a bunch. I'm going to put out a bulk sell video. Also, if you want to stop by my live stream on Saturday, the 8th, I'm going to be bulk selling my whole tab, which should be fun. It should take a couple hours, probably be about 100 divines by the time I get there. Again, my name's Big Noah, right? You could catch me live every day, 7 days a week, from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. Eastern at twitch.tv/Big Noah, spelt with a 0 instead of an O for Noah. And I'm going to try my new slogan, which is something I always tell my friends, which is, remember, Exiles, always upgrade, never side grade. I'll see you next time.